Hi, I'm Vivi. This is Kerry. We're from Premier America Credit Union, and we've been having some discussions on some of the daily issues that face people regarding their banking, travel, financial topics.
Vivi, I just came back from vacation. One of the things I did was contact my credit union and other financial services that I was traveling because of security systems on my credit card. I understand most people don't know you need to do that anymore.
And my husband does that when we travel. He always calls his credit union and other financial institutions and mentions that he's going to be gone, for how long, where he's traveling to, just to give them a heads up so there's no holds on his account.
I understand this is all part of the new security systems that most of the financial institutions have for your cards because there's been so much fraud and forgery, especially when people travel, that they have automated systems that actually watch your transactions to see if some type of unusual transactions take place.
I'm sure there'd be some concerns if you went from, say, California to Florida and then Texas in one day.
Absolutely. So that's the first tip I think we need to share with consumers. Before traveling or doing any type of unusual activity for a week or something.
Heavy expenses, yes.
Heavy expenses. Contact the financial institution that has the credit card you were using and your debit card that you will be using so your transactions go through smoothly.
I think another thing people should think about is writing down their credit card and debit card information and having that in a safe place at home or even with a family member, so in case things do get lost, then they can easily contact those institutions, follow up, make sure they can get stop payments, cancel cards, and get duplicate cards sent out as quickly as they can.
Absolutely. I actually lost my wallet one time when I was traveling and had to make a wild guess on whose cards I had in my wallet and then go through the yellow pages at the time, this was before internet, and find the financial institutions and try to get those cards canceled. Great challenge, great challenge.
It's a big hassle.
So having that list elsewhere is very convenient, a very good safeguard. Something else I've noticed is people don't always keep their phone numbers and contact information up to date at the credit union.
Oh, it's easy to forget.
It's easy to forget. With all these new safeguards that are in the financial industry, when a problem happens with your account, such as we were talking about with the credit cards and debit card, you need to be contacted by the financial institution. If you haven't given them a current phone number, they can't reach you and your card just stops working. That's very frustrating.
Especially if you've recently changed email accounts, as people do pretty often, new work phone number, change your location, maybe, you know, some people travel quite a bit and live in two residences.
Yes,
they need to make sure they let them know that they're going to be at that second residence for however many months.
Also notice more and more people are actually using their cell phone as their primary number.
My husband does that. You're right. Yeah.
I do the same. And I cheat a little bit on my applications where ask for a home number, I always put my cell number.
Well, then they can reach you.
Absolutely. Because that's the number I want to be reached at. So there's a couple quick tips there. What else have you run into in traveling?
Well, I think making copies of your identification papers, whether it's your driver's license or passport, would be a very smart idea, especially if you're going overseas. If something were to happen and say you lost your passport or maybe you had it stolen, you know, hopefully not, but if you have an extra copy in your luggage, a piece of paper, just having a photocopy of it, and also at home, then you're much more protected for identity theft and other things that may come up.
So if you lose it, you actually have the reference numbers available that you can get them replaced much easier.
And proof of who you are.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, one other thing I've started doing is separating my cards and cash into two separate wallets. Several years ago, we started talking about moving your money, your wallet from your back pocket, if you're a guy, from the back pocket to your front pocket. It's a little safer there. I actually split them up now. So if I would lose one or have one taken from me, I still have reserves in place.
You know what I do along the same lines? I also keep some small change and bills, singles, some fives for tips and other things handy in one pocket, and always just keep the small change there, never big bills. So when people see you going into that pocket for those bills, they're not going to get anything vital.
Excellent, excellent. I think those are some good tips for our members who will be traveling. Prepare in advance, think in advance, and you'll travel much safer and come back financially sound.
Bon voyage!